Most men believe betrayal begins with a single act, sudden, physical, and obvious. But the truth, especially in the case of women, is more subtle, more gradual, and far more emotional. Loyalty doesn't vanish in a moment, it slips away in silence, over time. And the tragedy is, many men don't see it until it's far too late. You might be sitting across from her at dinner. She's smiling politely, nodding at your words. Everything seems normal, but something's missing, and you feel it, even if you can't name it. That spark in her eyes, the one that once lit up when you entered the room, is now replaced with quiet detachment. The conversation continues, but the connection does not. She's still there physically, but emotionally, she's already begun to drift. This is where so many men go blind. They think cheating starts with a stranger, a flirtation, or a late-night message. But in reality, betrayal, at least for women, rarely starts externally. It begins within, with emotional hunger, with feeling invisible, with a slow withdrawal that begins long before anything physical ever occurs. And if you're not grounded, not watchful, not fully present, you'll miss it. That's why in today's journey, we're going to uncover 7 Stoic red flags you'll miss if you're asleep at the wheel. Not to judge her, but to awaken you. These aren't loud warnings, they're quiet shifts, emotional absences. Disengaged silence, the kind of signs you can only catch when your mind is still and your presence is alive. Because it's not the words she says that reveal the truth, it's the words she no longer feels the need to say. A Stoic man doesn't wait for the fire to spread before noticing the smoke. He lives with awareness, not anxiety, clarity, not control. He's not paranoid, but he pays attention. He doesn't cling when love drifts, he observes. He responds with strength, not fear. Because a man who is truly grounded doesn't measure loyalty by how often she stays close. He measures it by how deeply she's still connected. So if you felt her growing quiet, if something about her warmth has cooled, her energy shifted, her presence thinned, don't wait for proof. Don't wait for the final blow. Recognize the 7 Stoic red flags not as attacks, but as indicators. Not as panic signals, but as invitations to wake up, to lead with presence, not pressure. Because whether the bond is salvageable or already broken, you deserve to see clearly. You deserve to walk in truth, not illusion. And above all, you deserve peace, earned not through control, but through courage. Stay grounded. We're just getting started. 7 Stoic red flags you'll miss if you're asleep at the wheel. There's a quiet truth about relationships that most men learn too late. What breaks a bond isn't always dramatic. It's often quiet, almost invisible. And yet, if you're not present, if you're emotionally asleep at the wheel, you'll miss the signs until the damage is done. As Stoics, we are called to see clearly, to listen deeply, and to act with reason rather than reaction. These red flags aren't always loud, but they are honest. And if you learn to read them, you won't just protect the relationship, you'll protect your dignity. 1. She stops complaining. On the surface, this might seem like a good sign. The arguments fade. The tension drops, but silence is not always peace. Often it means she's no longer trying. When a woman fights, she still believes change is possible. When she stops, it means she no longer sees a future worth salvaging. A Stoic man pays attention to what disappears, not just what remains. 2. Her routines no longer include you. She once asked you to join her for little things, errands, meals, weekend plans. Now she moves solo, or worse, she makes plans and informs you after. This shift isn't just about logistics, it's about emotional separation. She's practicing life without you before you've even left. When someone removes you from the day-to-day rhythm, they're already adjusting to a future apart. 3. Affection becomes functional. A hug is quick, a kiss is mechanical. Intimacy feels like a routine, or worse, a chore. Passion doesn't always leave with fireworks. Often it quietly deflates until you're just coexisting under one roof. This isn't about physical connection, it's about emotional energy. A Stoic doesn't demand affection, he observes where it no longer flows. 4. She no longer dreams aloud with you. The vacations, the projects, the future home, these once exciting visions vanish from your conversations. Hope has left the room. When a woman stops imagining a life with you, it's often because she no longer sees you in it. Her heart has closed the door long before her mouth ever admits it. You won't see the rejection in her words, but you'll feel it in what she withholds. 5. Conversations feel rehearsed. She says the right things, but the tone is off. There's a script to it all. Pleasant but distant, polite but cold. It's as if she's playing a role she no longer wants. And yet, you may cling to the words, hoping they still mean what they once did. But Stoicism teaches us to look beyond language and into intention. If her heart isn't behind her words, you're hearing echoes, not connection. 6. The phone becomes private, not personal. You notice her turning away to text. Her phone faces down. She guards her notifications like they hold the last card in a losing game. Trust isn't only betrayed by cheating, it's slowly eroded by secrecy. A Stoic doesn't accuse without proof, but he also doesn't pretend when his instincts speak. Don't chase paranoia, but don't ignore your intuition either. You know when something's off. Your body tells you. Your spirit tells you. Listen. 7. She no longer reacts emotionally. She used to cry, shout, or get upset when things went wrong. Now, numbness, detachment. She's not hurt anymore. She's beyond that. She's shut the door from within. This is the most dangerous red flag of all, not because it's explosive, but because it's final. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. And here's the Stoic truth beneath all of this. These signs don't mean you're losing a woman. They mean you're losing connection. They are not punishments, they are signals. And while the average man reacts too late, the Stoic man responds early, with calm presence and clarity. Don't panic, don't beg, observe, reflect. Act if necessary, but always from your center. Because when a man stays grounded in his values, he never fears the truth. He may lose someone, yes, but he will not lose himself. And sometimes that's exactly the point, to wake up before the silence becomes permanent. Stay with me. In the next part, we'll talk about what to do when you see these signs, not from fear, but from strength. This isn't the end. It's a moment of choice. Why you didn't see it, and why it hurts more. There's a special kind of pain that comes not from the betrayal itself, but from the realization that it was happening in front of you, and you didn't see it. Or maybe you did, but you chose not to believe it. That's what makes it cut deeper. The ache isn't just from what she did, but from what you ignored, justified, or silenced inside yourself to keep the peace. You weren't blind, you were loyal. You gave the benefit of the doubt because you wanted the relationship to work. You believed in the bond you once had. You chose hope over suspicion, trust over paranoia. That's not weakness, that's love. But love, when it becomes one-sided, quietly turns into self-abandonment. And when you give someone the best of you while they're slowly pulling away, the moment of truth lands like a betrayal of everything you stood for. Why didn't you see it sooner? Because most men aren't taught to look. We're told to be strong, steady, forgiving, to fix instead of feel, to lead without appearing insecure. So when something feels off, we rationalize. She's just stressed. She needs space. Maybe I haven't done enough. Maybe it's just a phase. But under all that mental noise is a quiet voice, your inner compass, whispering the truth. And every time you ignore it, the cost isn't just clarity, it's your self-trust. And here's the irony. The more committed you were, the more it hurts. Because you weren't indifferent. You tried. You showed up. You fought silently for a connection that was already slipping through your fingers. So when you find out, it doesn't just feel like she left. It feels like a piece of you went with her. You grieve not only the relationship, but the version of yourself that believed in it. That's the wound beneath the wound. But this pain, this deep, hollow ache, is also the fire that can forge something greater. Not bitterness, not revenge, but awareness. Because now you see. Now you understand the subtle erosion that can happen when we stop listening to ourselves. Now you know what it feels like to mistake silence for safety, to confuse effort with connection, to stay too long in a place that was no longer holding you. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This heartbreak, this collapse can become your turning point. You didn't fail by missing the signs. You were simply human. What matters now is what you do with that pain. Will you carry it like a weight, or let it shape you into a man who sees clearly, feels deeply, and never again sleeps through the storm? Stay with me. In the next part, we'll explore not just the signs of disconnection, but the path to building loyalty that doesn't depend on control, fear, or guessing. Loyalty that is earned, not demanded, and kept not by obligation, but by choice. The Stoic path to rebuilding loyalty, if it's not too late. Rebuilding loyalty isn't about repairing her trust in you. It begins with something far more essential: restoring your own trust in yourself. Before you can rebuild anything between you and another, you must return to the foundation of your own values, what you stand for, what you tolerate, and what you quietly sacrifice in the name of peace. A woman cannot feel loyalty toward a man who abandons himself to keep her close. If the connection is fractured and she's still beside you, then this isn't the time for grand gestures or desperate promises. It's the time for steadiness, for presence, for the kind of quiet transformation that doesn't ask for credit but cannot be ignored. Stoicism doesn't teach us to be emotionless. It teaches us to be emotionally disciplined. And that's exactly what loyalty requires. Not just emotion, but clarity through the emotion. You cannot force a woman to stay. You cannot argue your way back into her heart. And if your goal is to make her feel guilty for drifting away, you've already lost. The Stoic path is not about controlling her. It's about controlling your response. It's about creating an environment where truth can return, not through pressure, but through peace. Because loyalty that is earned through fear or obligation is temporary. Loyalty that's grounded in mutual respect is unshakable. So how do you begin? Start by anchoring yourself in the present. Stop replaying what went wrong or fantasizing about who she used to be. Pay attention to who she is right now. Is she still reaching for you, even in small ways? Does she respond when you bring depth, when you ask questions that matter, when you truly listen without judgment? These moments are signals, not of certainty, but of possibility. And that's where rebuilding begins, not with demand, but with discernment. Next, shift your focus inward. Become the kind of man who cultivates peace within, so that he no longer clings to others to provide it. Reconnect with your purpose. Take care of your health. Speak with conviction, even when it's uncomfortable. Set boundaries, not to punish, but to protect your clarity. When she sees that your world doesn't revolve around her approval, but around your principles, she may begin to trust you again. Not because you asked, but because you showed. If she's willing, rebuild slowly. Not everything needs to be spoken in the beginning. Sometimes the energy between two people speaks louder than words. The way you look at her without resentment, the way you hold space without accusation, the way you carry yourself with dignity, even when things feel uncertain. This is not weakness. This is masculine strength in its purest form, the ability to stand calmly in the fire without trying to control the flame. But be honest with yourself too. Rebuilding is only possible if both people are willing to meet in the middle. If she's made her choice, if her heart has already left the room and closed the door behind it, then your work is not to win her back. It's to let her go without losing yourself in the process. Some loyalty isn't meant to be rekindled. Some closures are actually openings to the next version of you. Remember, the Stoic doesn't chase loyalty. He creates the conditions where loyalty can take root. Through consistency, through self-respect, through the quiet power of a man who refuses to lose himself, even when someone else does. If it's not too late, let your actions speak. Not to prove something, but to be something. And if it is too late, walk forward anyway. Because the man who chooses virtue over validation is never truly alone. He's building a life that no betrayal can dismantle. And that, my friend, is the kind of man who becomes unforgettable, not for what he tried to hold on to, but for how he stood tall after it slipped through his hands. Loyalty isn't a promise made once. It's a discipline practiced daily. And like any discipline, it requires awareness, effort, and mutual respect. In love, as in life, no one stays simply because you ask them to. They stay because they feel seen, valued, and safe in your presence. And you stay, not out of obligation, but because your soul recognizes something real. But here's the truth most men only learn after heartbreak. Loyalty does not begin with her. It begins with you, with how loyal you are to your own principles, with how faithful you are to your purpose even when you feel unseen, with how often you show up, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and silently. That kind of presence can't be faked. It's felt, and it's remembered. If she's drifted, if the bond has cracked, the question isn't just, will she return? The deeper question is, when she looks back, what kind of man does she remember standing there? The man who crumbled under confusion and begged for answers? or the one who stood with quiet strength, who didn't let betrayal define him, who rose above the noise with dignity? True faithfulness is not control. It's not fear. It's not clinging. It's a shared commitment to keep choosing each other, even on the days when it's difficult, when it's silent, when nothing is exciting or easy. And when that discipline is no longer shared, your Stoic path is to hold your ground, not in bitterness, but in honor. Because if loyalty is gone, your self-respect must not be. So wherever you are in your story, whether you're healing, hoping, or holding the last thread, remember this. You are not here to beg for love. You are here to embody it. You are not here to be chosen. You are here to choose peace. And the man who walks with that kind of presence does not need to chase. He simply builds a life so rich in truth and stillness that the right people want to stay. If this message spoke to you, I invite you to be part of something deeper. Subscribe to Ultimate Stoicism, not just for answers, but for clarity. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Tell your story, because your experience may be the reflection another man needs to see himself clearly. And together we rise, not through anger, not through revenge, but through wisdom, restraint, and quiet strength. Until next time, walk forward with grace, carry your peace like armor, and never forget, the man who guards his mind, guards his future.